It's recording. Peace, love, good health, and black power. In the wake of January the 6th, the insurrection, I had to call my nephew right here, man. Because I wanted to talk about this subject. My main man, Neil, he's still out on vacation, so he'll be back in a couple weeks. So, man, let's get this thing started, man.
Okay.
So, I looked up the word insurrection because I had never heard of it before.
Okay.
So what it says is insurrection, a violent uprising against the authority of government. So why do you think it was an insurrection?
Because the Trump supporters, they got a mentality that they look at America as theirs. They look at the police force as theirs. They look at this land as theirs. They look at the government as theirs. And they look at police, government officials, politicians. They look at them as their servants. They understand politics in America.
Right.
We as black people, we look at it like that's the senator.
Yeah.
So we look at him like he over us.
Right.
White people look at him as he serve us. And so if he don't do what we want him to do, we want to respond to that. So our mentality is totally different when it comes to the whole landscape of the United States of America.
Man. So I hear a lot of people give Trump all the blame, but how do you feel like it's all Trump fault, or you do feel like it's this America?
It's a scripture in the Bible that says, if Satan casts out Satan, a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. And so white America, I believe that it's the fulfillment of scriptures, that America as a nation would last for a short time. Like, if you look at the scriptures of the Bible and apply it and like make it like a template for black America. If you look at black people in America, we've been in this country for going on 500 years.
Right.
We've been oppressed. We've been stripped of our name, language, culture, religion, history, folkways, mores, norms. If you look at that and look at the parallels of the children of Israel, if you look at the parallels of the Bible, the children of Israel was in a strange land that was not theirs, and they was oppressed for 400 years. And after that time, the Bible in Genesis chapter 15, verse 13, 14, and 15 say, know for a surety, Abraham, that your seed will be strangers in the land that is not theirs, and they will serve them, and they will afflict them for 400 years. But after that time, I will come and judge that nation whom they shall serve. So if you look at that context of the children of Israel being in Egypt for 400 years under a Pharaoh, and then Moses and Aaron being raised up to lead them out into a promised land, right? If you take that as a template and look at black America or America as a whole, we at that point where we need to separate, and white America is imploding because it was only supposed to survive for a short time. So now it's imploded. If you look at the scriptures of the Bible, I want to say this too. The Bible is not a history book. It's not a book that you can open up in Genesis and read to Revelation and it's like it's history. That's not true. The Bible is a book of parables, metaphors, symbols, and similes. And some of the book never happened.
Okay.
It's prophetic.
Right.
It's going to happen.
Right.
So in the end, it says a mystery Babylon. Right? It said, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, for her sins have reached unto heaven. So it's a mystery Babylon at the end of the world. Now we know that if you know that Babylon is going to be destroyed as a nation, you're not going to name your nation Babylon.
Right.
Why? Because it's going to be destroyed.
Right.
So it's a mystery. We don't know the name of it.
Okay.
But it's like Babylon. It's like ancient Babylon. And that country, I believe, is the United States of America. So I see all of this implosion, this white supremacy coming to an end. I think that there's a divine hand of God on it. And it's trying to get black people to see the time and the need for us to do something for ourselves.
So what do you think we could do to make it better for the black race as black men and women?
Unify. If you look at the black man and the black woman in America, we spend $1.1 trillion as consumers. So we took that consumer money, that consumer capital, and came together, we can end unemployment in our community. We can start feeding, clothing, and sheltering ourselves. We don't need the white man for nothing. We make enough money. We got enough skills. We got enough know-how on every level to do something for ourselves. What we don't have is the love and and the knowledge of self to see the need to come together.
In the unity.
That's the only thing that is missing. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said our unity is stronger than an atomic bomb.
Yeah. I was looking at this podcast and this gentleman was saying this the only time that he can remember that we don't have a black leader. He like Farrakhan is, he's a leader, but he's so far, so old. I don't want to say old, but he's so far in the past that a lot of the youngest can't relate to him.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I think that we as black people, we are so at a point where we are arrogant,
right?
And we don't want to listen to nobody.
Okay.
So we black people, we like dead leaders.
Right.
We like Malcolm X. Malcolm is my man. We like Dr. King.
Yeah.
Dr. King is my man.
Yeah.
Right? But the reason why we like Dr. King and Malcolm X is because they dead.
Yeah.
If Malcolm was on the scene, you say, I ain't listening to that nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't listening to no Dr. King. You going to the meeting, Dr. King having the meeting tonight. You going down there at 6 o'clock. No, I ain't going.
Yeah.
Why you ain't going? Because I ain't into that black stuff.
Yeah.
But now that they dead, it's convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, Malcolm, my man, you don't agree with nothing Malcolm said. If you agree with Malcolm, you'd be with Farrakhan.
Yeah.
Because Farrakhan said the exact same thing Malcolm said.
Okay.
So if you embrace Malcolm, who been dead since 1965, but you can't relate to Farrakhan, who's still here, something going on.
Right.
But it's all a front. We suffer from self-hatred, right? So we don't embrace no leadership. So we'll say ain't no leadership.
Right.
Ain't no black leadership. I don't see it. Where is it? But if it was there, you ain't gonna accept it anyway.
So let me ask you a question besides for Farrakhan, because I didn't agree with that neither, but I'm just telling you what he said. Besides for Farrakhan, who do you think some of the black leaders of the day?
You have a lot. It depends on what you're talking about. I mean, when you talk about black leadership, when you talking about political leadership, are you talking about cultural leadership?
Cultural, political, just somebody that's working towards uniting us.
I think the most effective leaders that we got in our community are the nameless people, the people that's working in the community. You might not know them if you're not local, if you're not on the corner and seeing them talking to young people or feeding people or helping elders. If you're not there, I think that you might not know those names, but it's a lot of nameless, faceless people that's doing work in the community. And I think to me, those are the most important black leaders, the ones that's making things happen and that's not necessarily on the news or got a big social media name.
I agree. So, how do you feel about social media banning Donald Trump?
Well, I don't agree with that because first we saw in America that the Bill of Rights, the First Amendment, the freedom of speech.
Right.
And so if we truly have the freedom of speech, then we should be allowed to not only say what we believe, but be allowed to hear stuff that not only that we do believe, but we don't believe or we don't agree with.
Right.
We should be mature enough and sophisticated enough to be able to choose and listen to whoever. And of course, I don't agree with the ban of Donald Trump off social media because they banned Minister Farrakhan off social media.
Right.
Last year, or 2 years ago. So, I mean, this type of censorship, I don't agree with that. And a nation that prides itself, you go all over the world talking about you getting freedom for the people in Iraq, you going to Afghanistan to get the people freedom, and you going to Libya to get the people freedom. But in America, you taking away freedoms? That don't make sense.
Okay. I got another question for you. What do you think about them impeaching Donald Trump?
Well, I believe in everything I say dealing with white American white supremacy. I utilize it as a weapon to serve in the rise of black people. Mm-hmm. So if Donald Trump being impeached, if that will make black people come together, if that will wake black people up, if that will make us stand up and do something for ourselves, then I'm with Donald Trump being impeached. If him not being impeached will make black people stand up, then I don't want him to get impeached. I hope the same thing with Donald Trump is the rise of black people. I mean, white America fighting itself. I guess we call it what they call it with us. It's white on white crime.
Right. Because I was reading on, they said they want to impeach him because he can no longer run for office because he's talking about running for president in 2024.
I saw that on the news yesterday.
Yeah. So
I'm like him running. I want us to do something for ourselves. Like in 4 years, if he want to run it in 4 years,
right.
By that time I want us to already have our own. I want us to always be on top. We already got our stuff together. So I mean, I really don't care about like white America at all.
Okay. So with the inauguration, would you suggest people to go to the inauguration?
No, absolutely not. Not no black people. I don't think no black people should go to the inauguration. Not only because of what's going on in America, they got a threat in all 50 states at the state capitol for the inauguration, and I don't think that we should go to the inauguration and put ourselves in harm's way just so that we could say that we were there with Joe Biden. Yeah. Joe Biden is not that important to my life and my development and the life of my people that I want to go and risk my life knowing full well that white supremacists all over America is planning a protest in all 50 states. Yeah. See, the white man ain't gonna call it a civil war.
Right.
But that's what it is.
Civil war.
If
treason.
If it's going down in all 50 states at the state capitol, that's treason. That's a civil war.
Domestic violence.
But the white man ain't gonna call it that.
Because they've been calling it rioting and all that, ain't
That's right.
And that's all I've been saying. I say, man, you know,
they call that positive wordplay. You gotta know the positive wordplay. See, when a Native American, when a white man kill a Native American, he calls it a victory. Yeah. When a Native American rise up and fight back and kill him, the white man call it a massacre. Yeah. When we want to fight and throw off the injustice that been incurred on us, he said we're rioters and we're looters and we're bad people. Right. When the white man did the exact same thing, he went into the Boston Harbor and took tea and threw it in the water, and they called it a Boston Tea Party. You gotta know when it was the white man, he gonna always clean it up and make it like the white woman that got killed at the Capitol. He said something about her on the news, but it didn't say that she was one of the rioters and she was going in and the police shot her. They made it like she's an innocent woman. And
man, you know, I got a thing. Let me read this to you, champ. So the U.S. attorney, his name is Michael R. Sherwin. He opened up a case against the police for excessive violence for shooting her while she's trying to knock down the doors.
See, you gotta understand who Miss Ann is in history.
Her name is Miss Babbitt.
But I'm talking about the white woman is Miss Ann.
Okay, the white.
They call her Miss Ann back in slavery days. Okay. Miss Ann, she like the black man. She'll rape you, and then when you get caught, she gonna say you raped her. Yeah. So the white woman is the sacred thing in America. Yeah. It's for the last 5. That's why when the white woman walk across the street, I walk across the street with her because I know they ain't gonna hit her. They ain't gonna hit the white woman. The white woman is sacred in America. The white woman is the most sacred being in the United States of America. Yeah. Everybody, all the women in America want to be like the white woman. Yeah. Even the black woman. That's why she got blonde hair. She said, I don't wear no blonde hair because of the white woman. I wear the blonde hair because of Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. But who they wear it because of? They wear it because of the white woman.
And put the contact
lens. Put the contact lens and say they got pretty eyes. If them pretty eyes, that means you got ugly eyes. Yeah. If the white man got good hair, that means we got bad hair. So you got to understand that positive wordplay when you deal with them. Right. And when people of color, it's always going to be some negative. It's always going to be some bad stuff. But when it's them, like they're going to talk about, when these people go to court, they're going to talk about they had mental health issues. They're going to talk about how the COVID-19, the pandemic had them. They was in a different state of mind. It wasn't normal. Watch. You got to know the history of them and dealing with them. They never, every time they do something to somebody, the media always clean it up. The white boy went in church and shot 9 people. They took him to Burger King.
Yeah, they did. When they was locking them up, put the guns back in the holster and everything.
You got to know what you're dealing with.
And you know it's funny because I've been following this thing. They really haven't been talking about it. I guess they're trying to wait and get their stories together because nobody in the capitals has been talking about this. Because
the hypocrisy of America has come full circle. Like the double standard of America. It's like President-elect Joe Biden said that his granddaughter sent him a picture from the Capitol. And he said, with federal troops standing on the steps of the Capitol at a Black Lives Matter protest.
Yes, I remember.
And he said, man, She said this is wrong.
Yeah.
The way the Black Lives Matter was treated as opposed to these people.
Right.
Who are domestic terrorists.
Man, you know, they show pictures of the police inviting them in, showing them around, taking selfies with them and everything else, man.
But that's the history. That's the same thing happened when the Ku Klux Klan used to go in Mississippi, in Texas, in Alabama. That's the same thing when the Ku Klux Klan go get somebody and then they get charged with murder and go to court. The sheriff be their friend. Everybody's there.
And they get off.
Right, and they get off. This is the history. This is the modus operandi of white America. We just like in denial because we under the illusion of inclusion. So if we point out the truth, then they're gonna let us know we ain't included. So we want to be included, so we act like we don't see it.
Okay, shit. Man, I got some. It was 5 people killed down there. A police officer, Brian Sicknick, he got hit in the head by the riders.
With a fire extinguisher.
The lady you was talking about, Ashley Babbitt, 35, she was in the Air Force.
Then you had another officer that committed suicide.
Yeah, 2 days later, his name was Howard Levengood.
So I want to know why he committed suicide.
I was thinking the same thing, man.
Why did he commit suicide? Like, was he overwhelmed? Did he want to participate? Did he participate?
Yeah.
Did they got him on video?
Yeah.
Like, why would you commit suicide?
Yeah.
And so I don't understand that, but I want to see what's the bottom of investigation on that. But it is what it is with white people.
Yeah. I was wondering the same thing, man. Yeah.
We gotta understand the history of white supremacy in this country. We gotta understand, like, these people, this is stolen land.
Right.
Dr. John Henry Clark said, at what point does illegitimate land become legitimate?
Man.
At what point? This is stolen land. They took this land from the Native Americans. Who said it was okay for them to do that? Nobody. So because it happened 500 years ago, we're going to say, well, let bygones be bygones. Right? They ain't going to let, if you do something from years ago, they ain't going to let it slide. They ain't going to say it was back then.
Yeah.
This is stolen land.
Yeah.
And on the stolen land, you got stolen people.
Yes.
You stole the land from the Native Americans. Then you brought 30 to 40 million black people to the Western Hemisphere, or to the United States of America, stripped us of our name, our language, our culture, our religion, our history, our folkways, our mores, our norms. So you got 30 to 40 million black people in America that have no knowledge of self, right? If you ain't got no knowledge of self, how can you know your self-interest?
Most definitely.
So if we don't know our self-interest, we right now, we like question marks. Which way do we go in America?
Most definitely.
Everything that happens to us, we don't know what to do. Yeah. Dr. Khalid Muhammad used to say, we talking about we with the Republican Party. We talking about we with the Democratic Party. He said, fool, you wasn't even invited to the party. You wasn't even invited to the party. What is wrong with you? Yeah. So, I mean, I think that the young blacks, I think we kind of waking up. And I think that the young blacks who are waking up is kind of shaming the older blacks into consciousness because we not going for it. No matter what you say, it ain't nothing. No, grandma can't make no excuse for the slave master. We ain't listening. Grandpa can't make no excuse for the slave master. We ain't listening. Our uncle, our aunt, they can't make no excuse for it. We ain't listening. Goddamn it, if you getting on board with us, we're getting out of the way. So they see that blackness coming. We're coming back full circle now. So now I think that it's an awakening of our people as a whole.
I see that. I see that with the youngest too. Yeah. So they got this guy, Capitol Police, Eugene Goodman. He's been classified as a hero.
The black man that ran. The black man that got up out of there. I just found out last night why he was a hero, right? Because I was like, what is he a hero for? Because he did what I would have did. I ain't ready to protect these white folks stuff. Get out y'all way. I ain't ready to die for this stuff. So, but last night I found out why he was a hero.
Right.
They said when he came up the steps, it was still some congresspersons to the left. And so he ran to the right and made them go that way. So they wouldn't go that way. So I mean that's honorable.
That's honorable.
Yeah, He
Matter of fact, he pushed one and made him file and all that stuff.
So I think that he definitely should be honored for that.
Yeah.
And he a black man.
I think he should be honored, but I also think he should get a couple dollars for that.
I definitely agree with that.
Hey, you remember the I can't remember his name, but it was a guy that told in the Watergate. The guy that told on it was like he was like a janitor or something, worked at the Watergate, and he told that they was in there trying to steal in the offices trying to steal the paperwork and stuff. He died homeless. They blackballed him. I forget his name, man. I had his name, but I forget his name. But anybody know it, they blackballed him. So I hope this dude gets some money, go on shows, and get paid for that.
Quit the police force.
Yeah.
You got to quit the police force.
They probably move him up.
You got to quit the police force.
Quit the police force?
You got to quit the police force. See, we got to police ourselves.
Yeah.
We got to organize ourselves, Tony.
I'm with you.
We got to organize ourselves. We got to go to the youngest, not as police.
Yeah.
But we got to go to them. We got some finance majors, some people that know about money, smart people. We got to take them with us in the hood and get Mook, Ray, and Lil Man and say, look, you can't hustle no more.
Yeah.
And we got some people over there that told us don't even talk to you, just come kill you.
Yeah.
But we don't want to do that because we believe in black redemption.
Right.
But them brothers over there, they say just kill you because you ain't gonna stop.
Right.
So we coming to you. Stop. You can't hustle out here.
Right.
You can't sell drugs.
Right.
And we got these financial people that's gonna take you and show you how to take that money you already got and transition.
Right.
Well, you ain't got to hustle no more.
Right.
But hustling ain't even on the table.
Yeah.
Ain't even a negotiation. We telling you can't do it no more.
Right.
And I think that we take that type of position and we be for real with it. We might have to do a demonstration, letting know we ain't playing now. We ain't playing. It's non-negotiable. We ain't playing. Cause we from the street. Like, cause we believe in redemption don't mean that we soft now. Just like you. So
I think that's a good idea, man.
So we got to be strong. You got a lot of brothers all over America coming home from prison. They been winning 88, 89, 90, 90. They done did their time. They tour duty. So
tour duty.
Yeah, they tour duty. They back now. They got their mind right. But they still got their heart. That they when they went in. Their heart then they matured. So we need them brothers and sisters to come back together. And you take them out their strength and put them with the brains. We got some smart people. Put them with the smart people. And let them harmonize, right? And then we go in the community and change the community.
Man, I agree. I think that's where it's going to start.
We got to change the community. We got to go to the pastors. We got a bunch of pastors in America. We got a church house, right? Well, we got COVID-19 now, but prior to COVID-19, you got to, I don't know how many times the churches meet. I know they meet on Sundays. I don't know, but
man, almost every day. They
got a day in there that they ain't meeting. So the day they ain't meeting, we need to have a set up a GED program. We need a GED program for the people who ain't got no education. Nobody is gonna save us but us. We need our spiritual leaders, the Muslims, the imams, the ministers, the pastors, the Christian leaders, the Hebrew, all of them come together. We ain't got time to argue about where you're going when you die. We ain't got time to argue that. If you believe that in God and I believe in God, then let him settle that. What the hell you want to argue? Tell me what I'm going for. You want to be ain't no judgment day. If you want to do it, we don't need no judgment day. Right? But let's settle that on judgment day. Where we going to go? If all the people who's Muslims going to hell and all the Christians going to heaven, all right, we're going to determine that on judgment day. We ain't ready to go. Right now, we need some schools. We need some businesses. We need some hospital. We need some farmland. We need to do something for ourselves. That's what we're going to focus on. That spiritual stuff, spirituality is personal. Your relationship with God, you can say, God talked to me this morning. What I'm going to say? No, he didn't. What's wrong with us? He ain't talking to you. So spirituality should be personal, right?
I agree.
Long as our spirituality, long as it don't affect the next person, that should be our personal thing. But the things that we should come together on, we should come go. That's what we should focus on. And the things that we're good at, that's what we should get in. You should get in where you fit in. Everybody that's black, 30 to 40 million black people, everybody brings something to the table. A nation building skill. If you're a teacher, you're gonna be a teacher. If you're a scientist, you're gonna be a scientist. Whatever you are, you're gonna fall. If you're an attorney, we need some attorneys for all the black men that's locked up. So we just need all of us to come together and get in where we fit in and do something for ourselves.
Man, that sounds beautiful, Shane. That sounds beautiful.
See, it's because the Capitol incident should have. I read a book called Somebody is Trying to Kill You. And it said that suppose you came home and it was a rug in front of your door, but it was a hole in the rug. But you didn't step on it. You went around it, but you moved the rug and seen the hole. Then there was a big snake in your tub. It was a big tarantula in your refrigerator. At what point would you realize somebody trying to kill you?
Yeah.
At what point?
Yeah.
And it said if you don't, after all of that, and you don't realize somebody trying to kill you, you deserve to die.
Man.
And so what we going through right now, the double standard, we should see it. Like everything should be full circle right now.
Right.
Like they say they charge these people with unlawful entry.
They should be court-martialed for real.
Unlawful entry.
Yeah.
Like this double standard, this hypocrisy, it should just slap us and wake us all the way up.
Yeah.
This the way that the white people are treated in America and the way we are treated.
Right.
And after the inauguration, I think our consciousness is going to be heightened a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you one thing, though, what I think, man. I think that, I know you don't agree with the voting, but I think the vote made a difference because, man, we came out with so many numbers, they couldn't steal it because they were trying to steal it.
Listen, I think that everything that we do is divine.
Right.
I think that, I do believe in voting.
Right.
I believe that we should vote our best interest, our self-interest.
Of course. But
in this election, like I said, I think it's divine. I think that Donald Trump, this might sound crazy, I think that Donald Trump was used by God to wake us up.
Man.
Go ahead and challenge that.
No.
Go ahead and challenge that. That went too smooth. I was expecting you to disagree with me. That went too smooth.
I almost can go with that because he did stuff from the beginning, and then it's like everybody talking about, man, you know, he this and he that, but his whole platform been like that, and all these people voted him in. Like it's
the reason when I'm talking about, if you look at the scriptures, because I think we the people of the book. Right. I think we the people of God. I think we the chosen people.
Right.
If you look at the book, the God in the Bible said, I made Pharaoh strong.
Right.
I raised him up.
Right.
And every time that Moses went to Pharaoh and said something to him from God, Pharaoh agreed. Pharaoh was like, you right.
Right.
I'm going to listen to you.
Right.
And his heart was softened. Right. But what the book say? It said God hardened his heart.
Man.
God hardened. Why did God harden? Because God wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
That's what he made him for, to kill him. I ain't make you to sit down with my people. I made you to kill you.
Yeah.
So when you look like you're making some concessions, let me make your heart a little harder.
Yeah.
Because you look like you're trying to submit. No, I don't want you to submit.
Yeah.
So when you talk like this, black people say they get scared. I don't believe it. I ain't know that was in the Bible. Yeah, because you don't really believe in it. But if you apply it to yourself, talking about black people, say, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
We the people of the book. So I think that Donald Trump, sitting in the seat of Pharaoh, is kind of put us in a state of mind where we do something for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like after Donald Trump, the Trump administration, if that don't shake you up and make you want to do something for yourself, nothing will.
Wow.
Nothing will. And I think that black people in America, I think we scared. I think we scared to be independent. I think we scared of that.
I mean, I think you're right, but I just think that we've been led so long. You know, like they say, like Harriet Tubman say, man, I'd have freed a whole lot more people, man, but they.
Yeah, she said, I freed thousands of slaves. We could have freed thousands of more if they only knew they were slaves.
Yeah.
So during chattel slavery,
yeah,
the people didn't know that they were slaves.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in 2021 when a Negro got a Mercedes-Benz and $150,000 job?
Yeah.
And you telling me a slave? Nah, you tell me I'm a slave. I just loaned you $40. You ain't gonna be telling me a slave.
Yeah.
When something befall him, like the Quran say, when something hits you hard, like a trial, that'll wake you up.
Yeah.
Like the COVID-19 woke us up. All these black people catching then they come with a vaccination talking about they want black people to take it first. Black people say, I ain't taking that.
Would you take it?
No, absolutely not. Let me tell you why I wouldn't take it. This for your listening audience. The reason I'm not no when you conscious and you be on your militant time, you gotta always explain yourself because people look at you like you the Grinch. You just against everything.
Yeah.
Anything. So I don't want you to think that I'm just against everything. I'm against the vaccination because I know the history.
Right.
You familiar with Amherst College? You ever heard of Amherst College? Amherst College is named after Jeffrey Amherst. Jeffrey Amherst gave the Native Americans smallpox and blankets. When the white man first came to the Western Hemisphere, he gave the Native American blankets. And the blankets had smallpox on it. But the Native Americans thought that the Europeans were immune to smallpox because they were like, they ain't catching it, we catching it. They must be protected by God. Unbeknownst to them that the white man is the one who gave it to you.
Wow.
So
I never heard that before.
Yeah, so the Native Americans, that's how they killed off the Indians with smallpox and blankets.
Yeah.
So then the Tuskegee Experiment.
No.
The Tuskegee Experiment, they gave 400 black men were inoculated with the most virulent form of syphilis and were left alone to keep on doing business as usual. So knowing that they gave us syphilis, they gave us the Native American smallpox, and then you deal with HIV in our community, it's biological warfare.
Yeah.
So because of that, that's not, I call that intelligence. Because of that, this comes from the United States government. This wasn't no Ku Klux Klan that gave the Native Americans smallpox. This was the United States government, the federal government. So, I don't think I'm taking that vaccine.
Yeah, I know I ain't gonna take
I don't think I can't do nothing with that vaccine.
Yeah. So, remember, I think that's about it. I think you done answered all my questions. Anything you want to put out there, home?
We got a new podcast. I'm gonna have to get back with y'all with the exact date, because they're having a meeting today about the exact date and time. But I think it's gonna be Thursdays from 6 to 8. The name of the podcast is Welcome to My City. We're gonna be talking about Washington D.C. culture and politics. We're gonna talk about history. We're gonna talk about the black community and organizing and the things that we need to do. It's gonna be like the functional man, but
in this your podcast,
right? And we're gonna continue to try to inform and wake up our community.
Okay. Please like and subscribe to the show. We're trying to build the show up. Man, thank you always for coming on the show. We'll be back next month.
Mm-hmm.
We discuss something else. Like I say, please like and subscribe. Always give God the glory and be grateful. We out.
Peace.